We feel for those people. And that was Jody Reynosa reporting. We are learning 79 people were displaced by this devastating fire, but now help is pouring in.
News specialist Shelby Lofton shows us how the city is responding to an almost overwhelming number of donations for those who lost their homes.
We do need to kind of organize and see what we've got.
A couple of hours after the Willow Glen apartments caught on fire, donations started showing up at Mill Creek City Hall.
This kind of tragedy is everyone's worst nightmare, right? A knock on the door telling people to leave immediately, couldn't even grab their pets, couldn't grab any personal belongings.
Just 2 days later, 2 large rooms are filled with toys, cleaning supplies, and clothes.
We're trying to just get the word out that right now we're really good on the physical donations.
Councilwoman Sherry Jackson says the city needs to organize all of the goods, then assess what else is needed.
We anticipate needing some volunteers to help us sort through all these things, but we need to kind of organize and get that set up so that we don't have people just standing around.
For now, they highly encourage people to donate money.
They're going to have to get into new apartments and pay deposits. Many of them lost their cars.
So far, more than $16,000 has been donated through the city's official online fundraiser.
100% of the donation is going to the fire victims. We are not keeping any of it here in the city.
Jackson says the city is interviewing every single person impacted.
We're just going to work through the process just to assess and evaluate and then distribute the money to them as based on their need.
They said having too many donations is a good problem to have. It shows the spirit of this community.
Nobody wants to be in that situation, and I think that's why the community has responded so compassionately, because it is such a horrific thing to just have only the shirt on your back.
A bit of good news to come out of all of this. We're told that early Sunday morning, firefighters found someone's cat underneath all of the rubble. We're told they're still looking out for other people's pets. In Mill Creek, Shelby Lofton, KSL-5 News.
Shelby, thank you. Right now, firefighters in Central...
Thank you so much. This morning we have new information on that fast-moving field fire in Mill Creek that destroyed part of an apartment complex. Now, we now know the fire has forced out 79 people from their homes.
Donations have been pouring in to help those folks, but they still need a lot of support. News specialist Brian Carlson live in Mill Creek for us this morning. Brian, what do they need exactly?
Well, Deja and Tamara, some of these people need help just rebuilding their lives. Right now, there are dozens who are left with nothing. So let me show you what they've received so far. Almost immediately after this fire started on Friday, caused by someone mowing a lawn in a nearby field, donations started showing up there at City Hall for people whose homes were destroyed in the Willow Glen apartments. Now, we're talking enough donations to fill 2 large rooms with bags of toys, cleaning supplies, and clothes. So that's why the city is pausing physical donations for now, and what they're asking for instead are financial contributions for those victims.
They have to get into new apartments and pay deposits. Many of them lost their cars.
Now, the city says 100% of the donations are going to those fire victims. They aren't keeping any of that money for the city. So far, more than $16,000 have been donated through the city's official online fundraiser. Now, the city has been so impressed with all these donations. They really say it shows the spirit of our community, how much people are willing to give. They hope that generous spirit continues for those who'd like to be able to help them out financially. If you'd like to make a donation that way, we have a link to that on our website at KSL-TV.com. Live here in Mill Creek, Brian Carlson, KSL-5 News. Back to you.
Yeah, Brian, Utahns are known to step up, so appreciate the update.
And developing this morning, police in Cedar City.
This morning, we have exclusive new Ring camera video showing the intense moments right before a fire took over Mill Creek Apartments.
Ring camera capturing the video that Taylor Smith literally was in the heat of the moment as he called 911, evacuating family and neighbors at the Willows Glen Apartments. He didn't stop knocking on neighbors' doors until all of them were out of the line of fire.
And we just see the flames on top of the hill. And so we were able to grab our kids, grab our dogs, and we just ran.
Now, the family says they were paying about $10 a month in renter's insurance, but they tell us, unfortunately, not all of their neighbors have coverage. Now, the call for help continues this morning to help victims of that fire in Mill Creek. If you take a look at this footage here from Chopper 5, a fast-moving field fire on Friday destroying part of their apartment complex, forcing 79 people out of their homes.
News specialist Brian Carlson is live in Mill Creek for us this morning. Brian, I know the city has received a number of donations to help these people out. What are they still looking for this morning?
Well, Deja and Tamara, they're really looking for help just to get back on their feet. If you can imagine what they're going through, they have to find new apartments, pay for things like deposits, and many of them lost their cars, and they need money to do that. Now, here's what's inspiring. Almost immediately after that fire broke out there on Friday, caused by someone mowing a lawn in a nearby field, physical donations started showing up here at City Hall for people whose homes were destroyed there at the Willow Glen Apartments. We're talking enough donations to fill 2 large rooms with bags of toys, cleaning supplies, and clothes. That's why the city is now pausing these physical donations, at least for now, and what they're asking for instead are financial contributions to the victims. They hope those who can give that way will be equally as generous.
Nobody wants to be in that situation, and I think that's why the community has responded so compassionately, because it is such a horrific thing to just have only the shirt on your back.
Now, the city says 100% of those donations are going to the fire victims. They are not keeping any of that money to the city. Now, so far, more than $16,000 have been donated through the city's official online fundraiser. The cities, in fact, have been so impressed by the donations that they've received that it really shows the spirit of our community, and they hope that same kind of spirit continues on with these donations that they need to help pay for a lot of those replacements that these family victims, these fire victims are looking for. So if you'd like to make a donation that way, you can have a link. We have that on our website at KSL-TV.com. Live in Mill Creek, Brian Carlson, KSL 5 News. Back to you.
Brian, thank you so much.
Right now, firefighters in central Utah.
It has been 6 weeks since an innocent man was shot and killed at a Salt Lake City protest. Police and prosecutors are keeping quiet here as their investigation continues.
Our team talked to a protester about what she experienced and the questions that remain about what happened that day. News specialist Daniela Rivera has the story.
1 minute you're walking with a big smile on your face, holding, I made a bunch of signs. I was so excited.
Kate Brand was marching at the No Kings protest when chanting and cheering turned into terror.
The next minute, everybody starts freaking out, dispersing, screaming, there's a gun, there's a shooter.
A shooter who saw a man with a rifle and fired 3 times, accidentally killing a bystander, Afa Alu. 1 bullet injured Arturo Gamboa, who was carrying the rifle. He didn't shoot anyone, but spent 6 days in jail. He hasn't been charged with any crime, but police named both him and the deceased victim. They still haven't identified the shooter, who they said was acting as a, quote, peacekeeper. District Attorney Sim Gill told us in a statement today, quote, "This is a unique case which demands a thoughtful and thorough approach." He didn't give a timeline, saying, "To make the most informed decision, our office will take the appropriate time to continue working through the screening process." Salt Lake City Police also told us the case is an active investigation under review, and they're not releasing additional information. Kate told us she knows investigations take time.
But I feel like there are very large pieces of this puzzle that we don't have.
She says one of those pieces, whether Gamboa's rifle was loaded.
I don't think that you should bring a big gun to a peaceful protest. That doesn't make any sense to me. But he didn't break the law.
Creative projects help bring Kate peace, but her mind is on Afa Alu's family.
He seemed like such a beautiful, creative soul and such an amazing dad and such a good husband.
She says when he went to the protest, he should have been safe.
And not be scared that someone would accidentally end his life.
Daniela Rivera, KSL 5 News.
Daniela, thank you. It's been a tragic weekend across the country.